Okay, so hello and welcome back. So today I'm Kevin from KevMC, and I have in front of me here a stack of boxes, two boxes actually. Yeah. So oh shit, I think I put this one upside down. Yeah. Such a dumb shit. Okay, so this is a small overview of the Wltoys 18405, I believe. So let's turn this guy on, yeah. And here we go. It is, where the fuck does it say which one it is? Here you go. So here you go. Mine is this thing. So yeah, see, it's got a small tick with the 18045. And you might be wondering why the fuck do you have two of them, yeah? And it's simple, it's because I do have two of them. So let me go push the box away. Yeah. Inside the box you get like some manual book with a charger and small screwdriver. So that's all you get. Let me go put this away. Ah, shit. Okay. This is your RC remote control, yeah, and this is the car itself. This is the unused one. Springy, because it doesn't have any oil, yeah. It's not the shocks. And this is the other one, which is slightly more dirty, but not very dirty, because this thing's just been used for like, I don't know, like half an hour, I think, just for small testing and like you see. So here you go. I'm actually selling these things as X-Review units. So if you want to buy them, you can go buy them on my Tokopedia page, which is only for Indonesia, yeah? Not for other countries. So if you want to import them, then you have luck. So yeah. These things are, I'd say, good for beginners, but not if you want like some serious crazy RC. Especially because they're not as powerful as other RCs. They, I believe, have a 380 motor in them. So that means that you have less power than the 144001. And I think also you have less power than the the a959 or the a979. I believe this guy's sort of like an a979 clone, but I have yet to check that out. So I'm not sure if that's actually a thing, but yeah. So why like these things and why do not like them? Why I like them? They're really cheap, really cheap. So they're like half the price. I mean, less than half the price of a 144001, yeah, and quite a lot less than the the a959. I'm selling them for 500,000 rupiah, which is like 200,000 rupiah less than the a979 or the a959, which is on its own like a freaking 30% discount, I'd say, about there, yeah. Actually no, I'd say it's like, yeah, about 30% maybe, yeah. So let's see. How the fuck do you calculate that, man? 500 and 700, 200 over 700 times 100. So you get 28.57%. 28% discount of an a959 or an a979. But still, with a discount, you obviously get some trade-offs, yeah. One of the trade-offs being, let me go show you this. So you get this controller, yeah, but this is not the 14401 controller. So if you look closely, let me go take my 144001 controller out first, yeah, so you can actually see this. This is my controller, and as you can see, they're of a different color. The 144001 has like a more grayish finish, where the other one, the one for these two, are actually gonna be like more dark in color, and the top piece is not gonna be shiny plastic. It's gonna be like some dull sticker on like a matte plastic. Why I know this? It's not because I've taken this guy apart, but it's because I have taken one of these apart to take a spring off. So that's why you can see that my controller here on the 144001 has this like flat edge on the foam, like this guy, and not like the 144001 originals where they have actually like some bulgy circular foam. So I've changed that out. Also I've changed the potential meter out because mine was dead and also the spring was gone. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the controller difference. And also let me go show you this. So on the 144001, these trims are actually real trims, but on this guy, on the 18405. These things are just like random plastic shits. So let me go show you this. See? They do not work. Or at least if they do, they are not very clear in how the fuck they work. Yeah. So this thing does turn, but it doesn't turn like. See, it turns like in an unlimited fashion, which I think that means there's no like potentiometers inside here. Yeah. So yeah. Then what else do I want to talk about? This thing. The inside of this guy is pretty much the same as this guy, the 144001 controller. The only difference is gonna be the PCB, the board inside. The antennas are also the same. They're only different in the PCB. These things are usually green in the color, yeah. This thing's like black or with dark blue. And as for the cars, so let me go take my 144001, yeah, for like a comparison. I do not have an a959 or an a979 to compare these things, yeah, cause I have not bought one. So yeah, let me go take one first. My 44001. Okay. So this thing is the 144001. It's quite beat up, man, but it should show you how different these guys are. So this thing is essentially like a chassis with some motors and stuff, all visible, with a real servo that actually can control like angle and stuff. These things are my like custom slick tires that I've made. These things are half slick, half like grippy. So yeah, but yeah. So this is the A9, I mean 144001, and this is the way they made these. So these are actually 118 scale, but they're not that different from the 114 scale A9. I mean, what you call this thing? The 144001 in size. But what differs a lot is the suspension. As you can see, it bounces like this, yeah. And this is because it does not have any oil-filled shocks. Why they chose this is probably because they're cheaper to make, and they're also probably more reliable because they only take like a small slider and a spring. My 144001 shocks have taken a quite beating, and I think it's like time for me to like replace them, yeah. Also, oil-filled shocks will have more, what you call this thing? They will require more maintenance because they have like this seal thingy, and the seal will like always clog up with dust. And when that thing clogs up, it's gonna be rough. Like it doesn't push in this smoothly. See, this thing is smooth, yeah, but if you have like grit and dust inside, the like small what you call this thing? Seal thingy for the oil. So the oil doesn't like leak out, yeah, essentially. So that thing will not be this smooth. It's gonna be like it's gonna be rough. You can actually feel it in your hands. Then let's see, what else can I talk about this? Body shells. These are quite soft. See, not sure if they made it this way or something like that, but they are quite soft. And the body standoffs are actually quite soft, which is something I do not like personally, yeah. And let me go show you the insides. This guy's a sealed one, which means it's new, yeah. Let me go put this thing away. And let me go open up the other one. So on this thing, yeah, all you need to do is just push the body clips out, and you should be okay with removing the body. Now under the Lexan thingies, yeah, like the Lexan panels, this thing actually has some like plastic circles. Let me go show you after this, yeah, which hold the body in, and that is what makes it a bit harder to like pull out. See, these things actually connect to like the tubular chassis thingy, which I'd say is probably a good thing, yeah, because being something this tall, and you're gonna roll this thing, I think, yeah, if you're actually driving it hard. And if you're gonna roll this thing, you're actually gonna like, if you have a Lexan body, I mean, you're gonna scratch it or like tear it or something like that, yeah. This thing only has panels, so even if you tear your Lexan body, it won't like damage the body integrity or anything like that. Then this is like a unibody chassis essentially, yeah. So not really a unibody, yeah, because a unibody would be like a cast frame, but I mean this is more like one piece frame. So this is, I believe, less waterproof than the other Wltoys models, because if you look down here, yeah, let me put the transmitter away. This as you can see, is a bare PCB. And having a bare PCB exposed with nothing I can see is like paint or something or varnish, yeah. That means that this is probably gonna be a bit damageable with water. So I do not recommend you like drive this thing in water. My 144001 has been in rain, in water, in puddles, and nothing has happened at all with that thing. This also has these. So on the 144001, your like tie rods, your steering rods, are actually metal with like adjustable plastic ends. And with this, you have like completely plastic bits with small screw-in ends. These things are gonna be easier to repair, but not that good, I think, with what you call this thing. With essentially, how do you call this? Yeah. It's not gonna be good if you wanna customize your car, like you wanna set the camber, set the toe and stuff like that. You won't be able to do that. These things are also quite flexible. These like body posts. Not sure why they're flexible, but yeah. And you can also customize the height. So as you can see, these things are like set over here. Let me go show you if I can. Yeah. So this, you can see these screws. Yeah. You can unscrew them and you can set the height. So you can like set the body to be a bit higher or a bit lower from the ground if you want. Then what else can I show you? Yeah? The motor's over here under this plastic. But I'm not interested in opening this thing up, yeah, because my screwdriver is a bit fatter than this thing, and using my small one will destroy these screws because my small one is a bit smaller than the hole in here. So I do not have anything in between essentially. Also for the servo, this thing is not, what you call this thing? It is not proportional. So this, see, it has a spring. Unlike those cheap RC cars, it has like this middle trim adjustment thingy. It does steer nicely. Only thing is it's a bit short, I'd say. Yeah. So because it's a bit short, and because you're not in control of anything, what you call this thing, proportional, when you steer a bit, yeah, when you like do this, doing this and doing this has no real difference. So it always goes like this. And at full speed, this thing on the box says it can go like 25 kph. I believe it can go like 15 or 20, not 25. That'd be a bit of a stretch, yeah. So this going 25, I mean 20 at least, yeah, not 25, 20. I would not recommend you like use what you call this thing? I would not recommend you use a what the fuck do you call this thing? Non-proportional steering at that speed, because then you can like actually make the car just like spin out, because it's locking the wheels this way. If you're at full speed, you're not supposed to like just smash your steering on this way, because then your car will like just turn and just like spin. But it does handle quite well in low speeds. Also, it does have some torque, which means that with its light weight, yeah, it's quite light, this thing. It can come up some quite steep gradients, and yeah, it's quite good. Tires also quite grippy, grippier than my slick setup on my Wltoys, yeah. I mean my 144001. That thing is a bit more slick than this guy. As for speed, I'm gonna post another video where I time lapse of my 144001 and this guy. And I think this guy is actually faster indoors because it's a bit smaller. It has a small turning radius, yeah, so it's a bit tighter essentially. And my Wltoys has like thicker tires in the front and thinner tires in the back, so it acts like a front wheel drive and I can't turn that fast. So I do think this thing actually edges out my 144001 indoors. Outdoors, this thing is it's good, but it's not as good as my 144001 when it comes to like speed. Like crawling, this thing is actually better because it's actually shorter and the tires are quite a lot bigger actually. So with these bigger tires, you can actually go over more stuff, and also they're not foam filled, which means that at high speeds they might balloon up essentially, but this thing's not gonna balloon because it's not going that fast. And at low speeds and crawling, yeah, you can actually like grip better onto like small stones and stuff with these tires. Also the grips are quite big, yeah, they're not buggy tires. That's why you can actually do quite a lot of stuff with this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this car. Let me go demonstrate how it works. So this thing has, now it's raining again, heck. Okay, so this thing has some what you call this thing? Let's find the small body post. This thing is slightly proportional in the like acceleration essentially, yeah, but not in the steering part. The steering part's completely like some cheap RC car where you actually like turn and it goes full like the whole way there, not half, not a quarter, just the whole thing. So that's okay in crawling, I think, yeah, but if you wanna go fast, this thing's not what you want. If you wanna go fast, probably you wanna get something like an a979B or something like that, yeah. This thing's more like the, if you have kids and they're quite young, they're gonna kill an a959B quite fast. And I think with this, they're not gonna kill it that fast because this thing is quite a lot slower, and slower means you hit things slower, and that also means that you're gonna break things less. Let me go find a battery for a while. Is this thing right in? Let's see. I don't think it's in, but let's. Yeah, battery's not in. Let me go find the battery. Okay, it's right here. Yeah. So let's put some book over here under the car. This thing has a battery door, yeah, with some like padding over here, which is I think a better system than the 144001 with its like strap system. With the strap you can actually change battery sizes without like fiddling that much, but this thing also is okay because it actually has this pad. So what the pad does is it stops the battery from like wobbling around. And it's raining even harder, man. So what that means actually, yeah, is that, let me go plug this guy in first. There you go. So what that means when you're like plugging this thing in a bit like this, yeah. So what that means, yeah, is that it's gonna like press on the battery and it does not let the battery move. That's a faster system to use and easier system to use than the straps on the 144001. So now let me go show you how it looks when it's crawling on my desk, I think, yeah. So I'm gonna go crawl on my keyboard and stuff like that. So be ready. These things are like, I don't know, Taihao APC Alps, White Alps, like White Alps clones. So they should be clicky and nice, well, like go over. So let's see, yeah. Gonna go focus. There we go. I think I also need batteries for the controller, yeah. So let me go turn this guy off first. Let me take the batteries off of my 144001 remote control. This is like the second rain in the year, man. So it's gonna be the rainy season soon, and more of my videos are gonna be full of this rainy sound in the background. This, and these two, yeah. Okay. Now this should turn on. And the nice thing is also this thing has a switch. Switches can get dirty, but I like them. So yeah. So here you can actually see a lens flare, which is supposed to fuck off, but yeah, just let it be, yeah. So as you can see, turn a bit, and it turns the whole way. See? So it's not proportional at all. It only goes the whole way. Then for the gas, the throttle, I think it has like 4 speeds in between, like the slow as heck and the sort of okay fast enough. So yeah, let's see how well this thing goes. Let me try turning around there without hitting my monitor, because that thing's a 4K monitor. I don't want to smash into it. also don't want to fall off my table. You see, for crawling, this thing's okay enough, I'd say. It's going over pens and stuff like that, but for like racing around, I do not recommend you buy this, because it's not what it's built for. The motor's not that quick. I mean, it's quick, but it's not gonna accelerate that fast. It's not like the 144001. You gotta pay more, but you can actually get more speed and stuff like that and accuracy in races. Let me go crawl on this keyboard now. And my phone's gonna fall off. Oh shit. Okay, so I might actually get, what you call this thing? I might actually get like banned from a few countries because of this music. Let me just try and crawl over these two keyboards here. They should be sort of tall enough for me to crawl on. So let's see. So this thing actually crawls quite well. I do admit that this thing is a nice crawler, but it's not a nice race, like race chunk essentially. See? It does crawl quite well, but it does not have the power of the 144001. So you might actually struggle sometimes in like going onto these things. Also keep in mind this thing has like plastic drive shaft and stuff like that, so you don't want to stress this thing too much. For the ride height, this thing is pretty much the same as the 144001 also, so it's not like anything game changing essentially, but it is cheap, it is fun, and that's probably why you want it. So yeah, verdict from me, 10 out of 10. Awesome thing, it's fun. It wastes my time when I don't have anything to do, which is the most important thing I think if you're actually buying one of these. So yeah, I'd say buy one. These things are cheap and they don't cost that much money, so because they don't cost that much money, why not? And also this thing just finished charging, see, so I can actually have one of those extra batteries for me to use. So yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye, see you next time.